Hey guys, welcome back. Hopefully you guys listened to the last 2 episodes, The Wheel Zone. That was our first video podcast. We didn't really get to do a introduction. Well, here it is. I'm RobbyC. We got Jericho. We got Billie G right here. Thanks for joining us.
We're back at headquarters.
Yeah, headquarters.
My garage.
Got some engine parts.
Welcome.
TV.
It's a mess.
Celica right here in progress.
Project stuff.
Yes. So, do you guys want to add something about the YouTube?
No, we I guess we're starting YouTube and we'll see where this goes. Excited. Yeah, we'll see where this takes us.
Yeah, we're doing this for fun. If you heard our previous podcasts, we just like to talk about cars, street cars, off-road cars.
Yeah.
We have a bunch of experience that we're going to put up on videos. We're going to have how-to videos of how to do certain things with your off-road vehicle and your street cars.
Yeah, especially RobbyC, has a lot of knowledge with off-roading. Hopefully he brings out some videos that can help the, basic off-road starter guy.
Yeah, well, I have some ideas for some training videos, so it should be pretty cool.
It's about damn time we're on YouTube. It's been a minute. So, yeah, as the fellas were explaining, instead of just listening to us, you can finally see us be more animated when we're telling our stories, and again, we're going to try to make some videos that are hopefully helpful for the public. And, maybe some enthusiasts can share and come on the show and show us a couple of things too. So we're all learning and just kind of sharing that knowledge and passion for vehicles. So, yeah, man.
Wow, sounds rehearsed. I like that.
He wrote it down.
Nice.
Practice.
If you listen to our previous podcasts on Spotify, we will be having guests and we'll be having them on video now going forward.
Why is your voice shaky, dude? Are you nervous?
Am I? I don't know. Maybe.
Make you nervous?
Maybe. I don't know. It's our
Camera?
It's our producer right there behind the camera.
We have a
He's
producer
just
now.
like staring hard at me. So
Skyline Gabe.
Skyline Gabe's here.
Fair lady.
No.
Skyline
Gabe.
Yeah,
Skyline. It will always be.
I try to
Skyline.
help you,
Always.
bro. I try to make it happen.
Yeah.
Come pop up, dude. Show your face a little bit.
Come over here.
Come over here, man. Show your face.
So they know who our
sit on
producer is.
Go sit on Sasquatch lap real quick.
Yeah. Sit on his lap and tell him.
Oh, right there. That's plugged in.
Hello, Papa.
There you go.
Yeah.
Thanks for popping up.
Producer. Oh, bro, you pretty pants.
He also helps out a lot in the background. One of our big topics today is going to be Billie G's lift on his 2013 Tacoma.
Yeah.
Gabe was a key figure in that lift by showing up late and providing Monster and Red Bulls.
He was definitely a contributor. Wait, he didn't bring me any Red. I didn't know he was gonna buy Red Bulls, dude.
He told
Oh,
me.
he showed up with Red Bulls?
He's like, "You want anything? I'm all Red Bull." So what about the other guys? They
Red
don't want
Bull.
anything.
God, dang, man.
That's funny.
Should have got one, but no, it's all good.
Yeah, let's talk about your truck.
Yeah, my truck, man. It's my truck.
So
She's
finally.
silver. She has a camper, wheels, and springs.
Purchased brand new 2013.
Yeah, dude. Brand new the next day after that. So the funny story about that truck is when I met my girl, I had a 4Runner, kind of like yours,
Yeah, the third gen on
Third gen?
24s,
22s.
22s.
And I was like, man, I was a little embarrassed. I was like, dude, this, it's a 4Runner with the big wheels and everything. And,
Yeah.
I felt she's a little bit more classy. Mexican girl, though. So I'm like, what do Mexican
that's
girls
the
like?
one that was on
What-
20s, huh?
What do Mexican
22s.
What
Yeah.
do Mexican girls like? Or I assume they like trucks, like,
Yeah.
dudes with trucks. So I went to the dealer, picked up the Tacoma, 4x4 too, to impress.
Yeah.
Turns out she doesn't even like trucks, bro. She likes like sports cars, Mercedes. I'm like, damn. I didn't find out till later. I'm like, yeah, I got this. I remember the first, maybe it was the first or second day.
Man.
There's like this little canyon by the house, and there's like a little like hill
Yeah.
where it's challenging, it has some ruts. And I remember trying to impress her, driving back to the house, put it in 4-wheel drive, went through the little dip and up the little hill, and I heard something crack them all. Something broke.
Ouch.
Second day out, dude, fresh truck, broke the plug for the trailers. So the tow plug. Broke it. It was just
The 7-pin plug.
The 7-pin
Oh,
plug. Broke it.
okay. the
Brand new
wire.
truck.
Yeah.
So bummed out. She felt bad. She literally called up the dealer, said, dude, I was struggling, barely making the payment for the truck, but I had a brand new truck. She bought me a new one. Dude. I was like,
whoa,
dude, this is a keeper,
dude,
bro.
the-
She had paid
the-
for it to get repaired.
The real story was, here you go. I fixed your truck for you.
oh, she wired it up.
Yeah.
Nah, dude.
She
but
fixed
You know,
it.
you know what that
She
reminds
said
me
the
of?
look in my face. She's like that look in your face when you're
It
you're
felt
trying to hide
defeated.
it. Yeah,
You were
trying to hide
defeated.
it.
Yeah.
Like, no biggie. I was like, whatever. But she's like, I just saw you looking at it. Just so
You know,
sad.
you know what that reminded me of? I was watching that movie this weekend, Bronx Tale.
Oh.
You know when he tells him, when Sonny tells C, he goes, "You want to know if she's a keeper? If she opens, she unlocks the door for you as you come in." And she did, and he's like, "Yeah." Remember, he throws up like,
Yeah.
That was it, dude. That was your test.
That was it.
I mean, she was a keeper.
That was the test, man. There was a couple other tests, but still.
Yeah, but I mean that's cool, dude.
Yeah,
She-
you know, just recently went out there. So I remember the day I asked her out, which she not forced me. Let me backtrack. She didn't force me to ask her out.
She strong-armed you?
But she strong armed me. No.
Oh, yeah.
Basically,
That'll
she
work,
said,
too.
because remember, we were at your house a few weeks before that. And he's like, oh, yeah, so you guys did? I'm like, yeah, that's my girlfriend. She's like, I'm not your girlfriend. You haven't asked me out. I'm like, what? What do you mean?
Oh,
I said,
shit.
dude, we're grown-ups.
That's
So
funny.
you haven't asked me out. I'm like, dude, we're not in high school.
Oh, put you on
So
blast.
after I'm like, you know what? I got so hard here at that time. I waited. I said, I'm gonna wait. And I waited like 2 more weeks. And I'm like, all right, let me get the truck. Let me make sure I show up all proper. And then I asked her out, you know, basically the next day after I got my truck. So I got my truck on 3/2/2013. Asked her out 3/3/13.
Okay.
And so from there, yeah, man, we've just been together. And
Wow.
the truck
Meant
and
to
I have been together. So have my wife.
yeah.
Though. My wife and I have been together.
She
but-
comes out too.
Oh, hey, so
That's
now,
cool,
because
dude.
you know your anniversary is 2013 because of your truck.
Yeah, it's 3/3/13. My truck anniversary's 3/2/13. So literally, I asked my girl out the next day after I got the truck because I thought I was like, oh, gonna impress her with the, bro, you know.
You know, my wife did the same thing to me. She's like, you never asked me out. We're not dating. I was like, what?
Isn't that embarrassing?
Yeah.
I was like, so I'm like, okay, so you want to go out with me? She's like, well,
Not if you're gonna ask me like that.
Now you're just you're saying that because I said it.
Funny.
Yeah, but you know
Yeah.
what? That's how I knew she was a keeper because no girl that I remember ever asked me to do that.
Yeah.
Right? There's like little signs. You know, it's not every girl's gonna do that, but I thought that was cool right there. I was like, all right.
Yeah. I mean, like it's like my wife. She's always, you know, someone cares for you by the smallest things.
Yeah.
Like she'll do like if it's something I'm into, like I'm working on something or doing something, she'll be like, "Hey, I found this for you. I thought you would need it." And it's like a tool or something
Oh, nice.
small.
Bro.
Like, and it's like, dude, yeah, like this is awesome. Thank you.
My
you know?
girl does that to me too, dude, except it's with food.
Yeah.
She's all, I'm working. She's all, I'm in
Yeah.
the meeting. She's like this.
Yeah, that's
But I'm like,
dude,
oh, dude, that's dope.
that's awesome.
I always show out. Look, my wife made me some bomb tacos. Show it to my workers.
Yeah.
Like,
You're on video chat and the fucking taco comes floating in
Bro,
front of them.
There's a hand
It's still a-
taco.
that's funny.
That's
so,
hilarious.
so yeah, so I've been with my girl, the truck, not my wife, but the truck since 2013, man, brand new. I should have done more research. For some reason, I thought I did.
12 years.
Yeah, over 12 years. Yeah, it's 12 years. Yeah,
How many miles you got in it?
138,000 now.
That's not bad.
It's not too bad.
fucking
You know what? I
Yoda.
put a lot of miles the first few years because I was driving into the office every day. And then I stopped using it for a while. I think like at 70,000 miles. And then my dad,
Yeah.
we swapped cars for a while when the baby was born. So this was back in 2019.
Yeah.
He put a bunch of miles in it.
He
so-
racked them up.
Yeah, from 70 to 130 something. Yeah, he put a
Oh
bunch,
shit!
dude, yeah.
Damn, that's
So he used
50,000
it,
right
but
there.
I mean, that was almost 5 years, man, of the baby. So it was a while. So we had to.
damn.
Yeah, you barely
What,
got the truck
I
back, what,
barely
like
got
2 years ago?
Nah, it wasn't. It's been maybe,
He had to
maybe a
steal it
little
back,
over,
too.
little over a year because it was right
Oh.
before the Mojave trip.
Yeah.
It wasn't that.
Oh really?
Yeah, dude. Remember, I just got the camper maybe a few months before that
Damn.
from the prior year. So it's
Yeah,
been.
he had to steal it back too.
Yeah, I basically strong armed him, but had the truck since then, man. I should have done more research. I didn't realize. I thought all TRDs, because that was what I knew, had
Yeah.
lockers. Turns out that the TRD Sport does
As
not
a-
have a locker.
Doesn't have an LSD.
Doesn't have a LSD. It used to, an actual physical LSD in the differential.
Yeah.
My year, it
Oh,
was
the
auto
A-track.
LSD. Not even A-track. bro.
It doesn't have
Not
A-track?
even A-track. Auto
Really?
LSD. So it just applies brakes to kind of mimic a LSD,
Oh.
which has worked. I mean, from
It'll
what
work.
I've done, I haven't done
Yeah.
anything crazy, so I haven't gotten stuck yet.
They have so many different systems. Like
Yeah.
The Jeep has a system like that.
my brother-in-law has LSD
Uh-huh.
on his Sport. He has a Tacoma
Yeah.
Sport, but the newer version, I think is the next generation from yours? His is a
3rd gen.
2014.
It's a sport. 2014 is like
2014.
mine, dude. So it's
Oh, it is?
auto LSD. So it's
Yeah.
not real LSD. It's an auto.
Oh,
LSD,
that's
they
what
call
it is. That's what he
So it
has.
applies the brakes and it's like.
Oh, he gets stuck
It
all
works,
the time.
bro.
I
You know,
like how you throw that in.
what is
He
it?
got stuck all the time.
From where?
He does.
Where does he get stuck?
In the sand.
I didn't.
It's two-wheel
I've never
drive.
understand-
No, but his is 2-wheel drive.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. But you know what? Like,
Brother,
it does. It does pretty good, but it gets stuck, dude.
2-wheel
So
drive's 2-wheel drive.
I told him he should get a locker.
I mean, if you're a good driver and you air down, you can get around 2-wheel drive.
With a locker, that would be nice.
Oh, a
right?
locker would
Yeah.
make a big
Bro,
difference.
it's a huge difference with the lock.
Some
he
people,
swapped put
some
in a
people
locker.
believe a 2-wheel drive locker is superior than 4-wheel drive with open front and rear discs.
Really?
I don't think so.
No, I doubt it. But
Yeah.
I've seen what do you call it? Lockers do real well. On
Oh,
two-wheel
dude,
drive.
I have a locker on the 4Runner in the rear, and yeah, it makes a big difference. I can go around 2-wheel drive locked, but I think the key to it is the transfer case, right? Because you can be too high and be 4 low, right? And the 4-wheel drive, you can go into a low gear,
Yeah.
and the 2-wheel drive will stay in the high gear. So they'll run out of RPMs faster, while the one that goes in the 4 low will get that power at a lower RPM.
Yeah. That's correct.
So I think the transfer case is a big deal.
Yeah. But anyhow, so yeah, I had a truck.
So when we did Old Time Mountain Truck Trail and you took your truck,
Bro,
how long was that after you purchased it?
that was pretty soon. It wasn't that much longer because I still had the stock Michelin tires, which suck.
Yeah.
They suck so bad, dude. Like, they were terrible. I don't even know. And I don't even know how I went off road and they get a flat. That's the one thing. Because those things, anything could puncture them.
Those are like street tires.
Yeah.
Yeah, completely street tires. I remember the rocks. They were like 4-molar rocks. I'm like, dude. Yeah. Again, ignorance, not really understanding fully, 10-ply, 3-ply sidewalls, E-rating.
There's a lot
all
of
same,
there's a
dude.
lot of different stuff on tires.
I thought it was all the same.
Yeah.
We went. There was like a part. Remember when we first went? Tony's car overheated,
Oh yeah.
and they couldn't make it up this like little area that was real sandy, like loose sand.
Oh yeah, right by
pushed-
Pico
Yeah.
campground.
Oh,
I pushed through it with the Tacoma.
POP.
I could hear the
Yeah.
the auto LSD kicking in, and I actually made it up that little spot. But
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, so that's where I was like, okay, it's actually pretty capable because it was a lot of spinning, but the auto LSD was kicking in, and it helped me get up. So I was like, okay, cool. Yeah, and then for that, I just kept the stock. That was my thing. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna keep it as stock as possible. RobbyC, I remember he got some Cooper AT3s,
Yeah.
and I think yours were E-rated.
Yeah, I was E-rated. LT
I got
tires.
some, not realizing I got the just passenger side, passenger ones.
P-rated.
But they were good. They were great in the water, in the rain. They were good over sand. They didn't get stuck in sand. I mean, we took the truck once before I got those tires to I think it was Ocotillo, and I got stuck in the sand trying to go up the hill. I couldn't make it up the hill
Yeah.
at one point. Didn't have any good tires, and yeah, after that, once I got the AT3s, just those were pretty much highway tires. I took them in the snow actually.
Yeah.
Dude, so ballsy because they felt so good. Didn't get stuck, and I went on, in the little meadow and not even thinking, dude, I could like get stuck.
At Laguna?
By Julian, it was like snow.
Oh, okay.
Snowy. Yeah. Just went on the field, dude, and I remember at one point I went down and I felt it get stuck a little bit. I just put reverse, backed up. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
Didn't think about it. Locker, airing down. This was just from the highway to that.
Dude, a lot of people who get 4-wheel drives don't think about that. Having lockers or airing down or even shifting in the 4 low, right?
But
The most
it's
time
'cause-
it's like 4 high.
What's funny is, most people won't know till they have a car that has it, or it came with it. Like my Ford, the diesel, that only had 4-wheel drive,
Yeah.
and I can lock the front hubs, but that's it.
Yeah.
Right?
Lock
They have
the
four
front
low.
hubs.
It had I know it had 4 low and
Yeah.
4 high, but I'm saying it doesn't have
It didn't have a
front
locker
or
at
rear
all.
lockers.
Yeah.
No.
or a locking. What's it called? What do you call
Transfer
it?
case.
Transfer case.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Wait, what do you mean?
It was
like
just,
it doesn't have it. It was just
a
basic
regular four-wheel drive.
four-wheel drive.
Yeah.
Basic.
It had a transfer case.
No, I know it did, but I mean it wasn't
The
a locking transfer case.
Okay, so with the locking transfer case, that's only for all-wheel drive vehicles like the Land Cruiser.
Yeah.
Right? Because the Land Cruiser will spread uneven power, like let's just say 60-40, 60 rear, 40 front.
Yeah.
So they say with center lock is to lock it
equal.
so that's
50,
50-50.
Yeah.
So normal cars like the F250 would still provide 50-50,
Yeah.
even for high and for
Yeah.
low.
In
But
four-wheel
I
drive.
think on newer cars like the Raptor,
Yeah.
it's digital.
Yes, it's digital. Same thing like with the Bronco.
Yeah.
So that's why a lot of those switches now,
Yeah.
like you can buy a Bronco and it'll be programmed only for a certain, I don't know, like
RPMs
mud,
or-
rain,
Yeah. Oh,
sand. But when you go up and you upgrade to the Sasquatch edition or
Yeah,
whatever,
or the Raptor mode in my
you
case.
unlock programs,
Yeah.
right? And then the Raptor has all like I think it's like
Quotations.
seven or 10 different
Yeah, it's pretty-
configurations for off-roading.
Yeah.
I think me personally, I think it's stupid. I like the old
It's
school.
a lot
just
of
a
shit
lever.
that you probably don't use.
It's
Yeah.
really cool. I think a lot of people do use it. People that may not have the necessary skills to pick a right line, know how to air down, and just like four-wheel drive in general. And
Yeah.
I think that's where it's really helpful. And for people that do know, it might just help them edge out a little bit more, right?
Yeah.
Again, I didn't study any of this. I got the Sport thinking I had all these things. Just realized it's only four-wheel drive, no locker.
Yeah.
Disappointed. The next disappointment with the truck was that the bed was a composite bed.
Yeah.
I was so pissed off. When I found that
What's
out.
the composite
This
bed?
is all plastic, bro. It's like this, man.
the
whole bed
the whole
inside.
bed?
The whole bed.
inside the bed is
Yeah.
composite.
The inside
not,
too?
It's
All
not
of
metal.
So if you drop a piece of metal that's sharp or something heavy,
It
can
should
ten-
take the
puncture.
impact, but yeah,
Yeah.
they can actually
I
break.
didn't know that.
Yeah, which that's the next thing I gotta get. I need to get bed stiffener.
And then found out he doesn't even have skid plates.
yeah, no skid plate.
Really?
Well, no, I
Yeah.
do, but it's not a real skid plate. It's just a basic factory skid plate.
So,
So-
like the older Toyotas came with like gas tank skid plates and
Yeah, so-
Oh
skid
yeah,
plate.
you're right.
He
So,
doesn't even have that.
so
So your
check this
gas
out.
tank doesn't have a skid plate?
No.
bro.
Oh
so
shit.
fast forward, went through a couple sets of wheels, the AT3s, the Coopers. Then I got the Falcon Wild Peak AT3s.
Yeah.
Amazing tires, E-rated. Still had a bunch of tread life left. They were even
Mm-hmm.
amazed at the tire shop, the Wilson, when I went. I've had those tires for 6 years, man. Like I've had them
Dang,
for a long
full
time.
life.
Dude, yeah, legit. Those tires were amazing.
Yeah, because that's, dude, my tires start cracking by that.
Bro, they had, yeah, mine
Like
started cracking
any-
out, so I could
any
see
of the
little
big
micro
tires.
cracks. But
Yeah.
bro, remember, I took them to the Mojave Trail. They were already 5 years old.
Man, beat
no,
them up.
No chipping, nothing, bro. They were legit. Like
Dude, and we beat up our
awesome.
tires out
Yeah,
there.
my tires, you couldn't tell, dude. You look at them,
Yeah.
they just look like normal tires. So awesome tires. Yeah. So I'll leave it at that with that. So from the Mojave Trail, I said, hey, I realized the truck. Fast forward, sorry. The next mod I did was the camper. Remember, I told you I wanted a camper.
Yeah.
Needed a camper. Did that. Found a good deal with the side opening windows that pop up, which
Yeah.
is something I wanted. I hate the
For access,
sliding ones.
easy
Yeah,
access.
dude, big
The
time.
the gull wing doors.
Yeah.
gold window.
Sell sandwiches out of the side. Or,
Got it. How much did I pay for it? Do you remember?
Like $600 or $700.
No,
Oh,
it was, I
that's a
think it
good
was
deal.
1,000.
That was it.
a
Fuck, you got
1,000, yeah.
ripped.
I think it was
aren't they expensive?
Bro,
They're like
yeah, they're
$1,000.
pretty expensive.
$1,000 for that one, and the guy's like, "Oh yeah, I don't lock the back because I guess he couldn't figure out." It was like not broken, but broken. I fixed it. I just got
Yeah.
the spring. It still worked cool.
Go buy a new.
I replaced all the shocks, the air shocks to lift the doors.
Nice.
Cheap, dude. It's like 13.
Yeah, on Amazon.
Nothing. Yeah, got that. Went on the Mojave Trail. I got the wheel carrier that your buddy sold.
Oh yeah.
Great thing, dude. I'm glad I have that because that's literally what I'm gonna do in my spare. Keep it inside the
truck.
camper.
Uh-huh.
And actually, I can tell you when we were in the desert, just shifting the weight of that tire forward, I can tell a big difference just in
Oh yeah.
and overall handling. It just felt better.
Yeah.
It felt more aligned, more centered.
Yeah.
You could tell just having the wheel under the back of the truck. It feels weird. It feels
Dude,
weird.
When I put the tire carrier, the wheels out on the back behind
Yeah.
the hatch, and you can feel that weight when you
Yeah,
turn on the
because
freeway.
it's moving it to the center of the truck, maybe.
Yeah, you're moving weight
Yeah.
to the center of the
So
truck as
that's-
opposed to the outside.
Yeah, or the edge.
Funny
hanging-
thing
hanging
is,
in
I'm
the back.
naturally inclined to want to move everything towards the center of the truck. That's just my thought process.
Yeah.
Okay, keeps it more. And yeah, it literally did that. So that was the other upgrade I did. Mojave Trail, you guys know, tested out my suspension. I was pretty
Yeah.
bummed out because maybe like the
Well,
first
I mean,
hour.
dude, it's a stock suspension you had on for
Still,
years.
it's a Tacoma. It tested the truck. I thought, okay, the truck's capable, but I feel like I wasn't even keeping up after. Maybe that first hour from that
Yeah.
first day, I felt good. but that shocks faded so quick, dude. I was like, that's it.
Did you touch them to see how hot they got?
Heck no, I didn't touch them, dude. I just knew.
Were those original shocks?
Original, dude.
Original from 2013?
From 2013, bro.
They were probably blown before you even got there.
No, they weren't blown before I got there. After I got there, they were definitely blown because
Yeah.
now I kept bothering me out everywhere.
Yeah.
Even pulling up in the driveway to the house.
You know, you should let me put some Bilstein stickers on it. It probably would have gave
They
some
would've handled
horsepower.
better.
Yeah.
So that was when I said, hey, you know what? I want to update my suspension. And then I kind of started thinking about, maybe get some method wheels when I found out with the bead grip. I hadn't even heard of it. And we mentioned it in the podcast. I'm like, what? What's that?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, dude, that sounds cool.
Well, it's pretty new. It's pretty new, right?
Couple
it's not
years
that new,
old.
man. Yeah, it's not that. It's a couple years old. But,
Okay.
you know, I didn't know about it because I hadn't even been looking at wheels. I was just thinking, dude, I got E-rated tires. I'm good whenever I upgrade my tires. And my thought was, when I upgrade my tires, maybe I'll upgrade the wheels. Something I don't want the simulated bead lock. That's just not my style. Right?
Yeah.
I always tell you guys it's
What are you trying to say?
I'm function over style.
Yeah.
You know, that's if style's a part of it, cool.
Yeah.
If not, I don't care about it. But it was in summer. I was looking for sales. I think I had got my bonus at that point, and I was just holding on to it from work. And I was just talking to you guys. I started researching suspensions. I was thinking about the Bilsteins, the 5100s, you know, tried and true. Even the 6112s, I think,
6100s.
6100s. But then the price was up there, and I was like,
the 6100s almost doubles in price.
and it's not
Then the
bad.
5100s.
It's worth it. I'm pretty sure it's worth it, dude. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But when I was looking at everything, not scientific, but like the reviews and just understanding the technology, I ran across this dude's page. I think it's called like Tinker or something on YouTube. And he was talking about the foam cell technology. And I didn't fully understand until I understood. So the Ironman, they're not pressurized at all. That doesn't mean that when they're compressing, that it's not like they don't have nitrogen, because the foam cell itself, it's like if it would have nitrogen. So the way a regular shock works, it's filled with nitrogen. Yeah. And that nitrogen's supposed to compress a little bit, but that's it. It's supposed to compress and not mix with the oil, but sometimes it will mix with oil. It's the gas, and there's bypass and stuff like that. It happens with engines, right? And that's when you get cavitation. And that's when the shocks fade and there's bubbles. It's like if you're trying to swim in somewhere and there's a bunch of bubbles, you'll sink. Yeah. Because there's that air. Yeah. So what the Foam Cell Pro does is it fills the entire body with oil. And because the foam cell, which is it's like a yoga mat, you can think about it. Okay. It's got a bunch of little bubbles, right? Yeah. So when it compresses, it just squeezes that cell and it uncompresses. So it's like, imagine you have nitrogen gas. Yeah. And so you have way more oil on that same shock body. So that means there's more cooling, way less cavitation. There's not enough air. So, and it's not pressurized, meaning I can rebuild it at home. The kit's like $40 from when I looked at it. So whenever those go out, open them, easy with hand tools at home, fill in the oil, do all that. So I was like, oh man, that actually makes sense. And they came with the 2 or 3 year warranty. I'm like, done, bro. That was already sold me. But then I saw the kit on sale. It was the full kit, bro.
Yeah, you got everything.
Leaf springs, shocks, the sway bar relocation kit, UCAs, what's it? Polyurethane bushings, right?
Really?
Yeah.
U-bolts, the whole kit, bro.
They were green too.
Yeah, pretty dope, man. The whole kit.
UCAs by themselves.
Translucent green.
Expensive.
I was kind of jelly.
Oh.
The whole kit was, I think it was like, after taxes, maybe like $2,400, something like that.
Damn, bro. Once you start getting rich.
With everything. So
that's not bad.
Dude, for everything. Think about everything.
Yeah, I mean, all the shit you got.
Everything.
The UCAs themselves are like anywhere from like $600 to $1,500.
$500 to $1,000, whatever the case. Yeah. And the cool thing about these UCAs, again, technology, just understanding how it work. Not just the bearings. They use factory, right? But they're angled to make up, so I'm not putting a bunch of strain on the ball joint either. So it's actually angled out a little bit, because when you get stock ones, you're actually going like this. You're putting more stress on it. Yeah. So Ironman, what they do, they put, I forgot how many degrees, but it actually makes up for it. So you're not stressing out the ball joint. So
it's designed for that lift.
Yeah. So it's designed for the lift. I mean, I guess they use them for the Australian Army. They use them in the outback, in the bush.
Wait, are you serious? Australian Army?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, the military. Cool. A lot of the shocks that the technology is military. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's how they started.
Yeah.
So,
I heard a lot of good stuff.
They have to take a beating. Again, it's not understand. I've never heard of it. I guess it's old technology, but the foam cell is really. I mean,
new.
You know what? We'll see, dude. I've seen good things about it. They're not the best. I'll put that out there. But they're definitely out the worst.
You know what? I saw a review on Toyota suspension that I think you know him, the guy that rebuilds shocks.
Will every weekend?
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you see that?
Yeah,
YouTube video.
I think there's a.
It was a Tacoma.
I think it's called Outland Outfitters.
Yeah.
company.
Outland Outfitters and
Of
You saw that
Canada.
one?
Yeah, so
They didn't have the shocks you put.
Yeah,
they did.
They did.
Watch
They were
the
in
new
there.
episode. Watch the new episode.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No,
So
because they did like 5. They did Ibach. They did Bilsteins,
Bilstein,
Fox,
Kings.
and Kings.
Yeah.
And the ones that got rated the best were the Bilsteins,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like best bang for buck.
So-
And I think they were the 5100s too.
Yeah,
They
and those
weren't
are, so those were the lower end.
Yeah, the lower end.
The new video is more the mid end. So
Oh.
my shocks are included. Fox. I think was Dobson's.
Dobinson.
There's this other brand that they had. It's not Falcon.
OME.
No, it's a different one.
Okay.
A kind of newer brand, but really good. Excuse me. And that was the one that actually surprised them. But the Ironman also surprised them. They're like, dude, they thought they were gonna be the worst, but because they did a blind test, actually they're not. They admitted to it, like they would have rated them like a 7. I think one dude said a 6.5 or 6.2, but he probably should have done a 7. So I mean, 7 out of 10 is not bad, dude. And then for everything you get, I'm like, bro, I'm set.
You
I'm
know
happy.
what did really good were the Bilsteins and the Fox on that first video,
Yep.
and what did really bad were the iBox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And iBox, I mean, growing up, you see that iBox symbol, and
Here's the
I
thing.
thought they were like top of the line.
for street car is different than off road too. You
Yeah.
gotta remember. So maybe iBox made their brand on street vehicles,
Yeah.
not so much off road.
'Cause I remember back in the day, iBox was a thing.
Yeah. Everyone's getting iBox
I think
springs.
they're European.
Yeah,
or
so
the
it
German,
sounds more
right?
like street. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
And then
Not off road.
they did their off-road test on those shocks, and they were crap.
And they thought the Fox were gonna be great, and they weren't.
No,
they said the Fox were one of the worst ones.
No, the was Fox one of the worst ones?
Yeah, one of the worst ones, bro.
I know
Fox.
Bilstein was like, they're like, dude,
Bilstein's
surprising they're.
Everybody knows. Robbie C
They're
can
good.
tell you, Bilsteins have always been.
Well, you always
Yeah.
run Bilstein.
Yeah, man, they're tried and true.
Robbie
so-
C's broken them before.
And
Yeah.
because he wasn't either.
But then again, it's
wasn't
Robbie
using them
C.
right.
Yeah.
Wasn't using them correctly. Didn't have the right setup.
Yeah.
You said you didn't
Yeah.
have
The
limiting
shocks
strap.
were too short for the springs I had in the back.
Oh.
So my suspension, it even has, it's a little bit extra travel, so they're a little bit longer. So there's, makes up for longer, down travel.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, infinite adjustment, the front shock. So, dude, the kid it made sense.
Yeah.
It made sense to me.
The
Got
front's
it.
coilovers, right?
Coilovers, dude.
Nice.
Infinite adjustment. So
Yeah.
there's
You
no
can,
no clips. That's the thing that the Bilsteins had clips, not the.
Yeah.
These are infinite adjustment.
Yeah. The 6100s, 5100s have those clips.
Got them assembled. Like everything was pretty plug and play, right? It was actually it was easier than I thought because I was expecting, hey, we're gonna run into issues. These guys, man, it was like a professional pit crew, dude. We're doing 2 sides at a time.
Well, let's
bro.
get into the install. How did
Yeah,
that
man.
go?
Wait, before that, you purchased it. How long did it sit at your house?
Bro, it sat at my house.
Oh, yeah, we talked about it for a whole fucking year.
No. Yeah, almost a year, bro. No, but I got it in July.
You dreamed about installing it for a whole
So
year.
it was a 4th of July sale,
Yeah.
and we didn't install it until a few weeks ago. So right after the Mojave Trail. So how many weeks has it been? Like
Sure, I don't know.
3
bro.
weeks, maybe? About a month. Let's put a month. It probably hasn't been a month, but yeah.
It was 3 weeks.
About 3 weeks ago, we got
Really?
installed.
Oh.
Oh,
Maybe-
yeah.
Probably
Maybe 4.
Yeah.
Probably a little bit longer. It was about a month.
4 weeks. So that
we
equals
we
month.
installed it in February, I think, or after
Did you
February.
install
February,
it before
March.
the Mojave Trail?
After.
No, after. Okay.
After.
And then
After because I had a plan for it. Actually, it was February 19th.
Yeah, it was the weekend before my kid's birthday.
Yep,
We did it.
February
when
19th.
did you buy them?
I bought them in July of the year prior, so it was a little bit
okay.
over 6 months, 7 months. Let's put.
That's not
I
bad.
wasn't a full year, but I
That's
was.
not bad. We just talked about it a lot. Maybe that's what
Yeah.
made it seem
Talked
like
about
was
it
a
so
long
much.
time.
Well, dude, because
Yeah, it was annoying.
we couldn't. We couldn't
No,
really.
no.
We couldn't figure out how to install it. Finally, Robbie C, Nico, Gabe came
Yeah.
through. Shout out to Nico. He's not here, but
Yeah.
he was like the first one there, bro.
Really?
Yeah,
Bright
first
and
one
early.
that showed up. Yeah, bright and early. We really got to it.
Hey, he was there
You know,
before you showed up, right?
I don't remember, dude. I think he showed up right after. I was the first one there, and
Were
then he
you?
showed up, and then
Yeah. We just
He was
Gabe showed up all late.
He was in Robert's kitchen making coffee before Robert woke up.
So,
he was at the point where I'm just gonna pay someone to install it, and
Yeah, I remember
I
that.
finally
And then, no, but I wasn't gonna do it. I kept thinking about it, man. Or I was gonna stink bug it. I was telling him I'll just do
The
maybe
rear.
the rear at one day at my house or for a few days, leave it there.
Yeah.
What happened? Oh damn, bro!
He's
Man, I'm
dancing
like,
in the-
what's he doing? Is
he's
that a
dancing
signal?
in
I
the
didn't know, man. What signal?
No, it's because the light keeps coming on.
Wait, what signal is that? We got 5 minutes.
Just leave it off.
That's
dude.
our producer, Skyline Gabe.
Damn, bro.
Dancing in the background.
The nuclear bomb going off. So, anyhow,
You were about to jump under the table.
so yeah, I was thinking, my man. You know, I even told my wife, I'm just gonna leave the truck at my dad's, and I'll work on it. You know, it'll probably take me months,
When you have time. Yeah.
months, and I would have been stink bug. And then RobbyC generously offered his home, and this mother sucker guy
Convinced you.
bro. No, not just that, man. This dude got it down, bro. He had
RobbyC?
all his tools. Oh yeah, no, I got this little car right here.
Uh-huh.
Blah blah blah. I'm like, he's like, yeah, just pull it, reverse him up. Okay. And in my head, I'm thinking, I mean, I've worked on cars with this guy before, right?
Yeah.
No, man, this dude got like a little piss shop. He could probably professionally install, suspensions.
Lifts.
Yeah, well, dude, it was a pretty. It seemed like it was gonna be a very daunting job, and there was a few little hiccups, like minor, nothing that's
Yeah.
again experienced, man, from probably installing suspensions all the time.
Yeah.
Stuff that I would have been stuck for weeks probably.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? Yeah, first things there. First what? All right, get everything out. He told me, hey man, make sure you do inventory. I got tired of hearing him say that, so I was like, yeah, I already did it. I didn't do it.
You fucking lied.
I drove up.
You know
man.
what? He said it on the
Yeah.
show. Make sure you got all the boxes,
Yeah.
right?
Come on,
Did you check all the boxes? You
Oh,
got all
yup.
the boxes?
I remember he called me. I'm all, yup. I'm all right, bro.
Ready.
Oh, cool. I'm like, "Damn."
Oh, that would suck. Because imagine
So-
you show up.
And I told him, I was like, hey man,
And you don't
I didn't
have
do the
the part-
inventory, dude. I just fucking brought everything. It's all good. Let's see what we got. So yeah, we even had spare parts, dude. Yeah,
Whoa.
and they gave me spare bushings. I still have the spare
No.
bushings in the car.
They
They're
sent him. They told him, hey, we sent you the sway bar relocate brackets,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
and we forgot to countersink
Oh,
them.
that was real
So they
quick.
sent him
Oh.
new ones.
That was
Oh,
real
really?
quick.
That's
That was when I
cool.
first got the suspension. I feel like they called me up the next day after it had been shipped out.
Really?
Yeah, so they sent me two, and I got basically 2 days apart the packages.
That's good customer
Yeah.
service.
Oh yeah, bro. They left a voicemail. Hey, so sorry about that. We
Really?
realized. Yeah.
Wow.
But no, even then, I have spare bushings. Like
Oh yeah, they gave extra
bushings.
bushings and
Really?
a few other stuff. Yeah.
extra.
Who's this?
Screws
Iron Man?
and Iron Man, dude. USA.
The green
yeah, yeah,
springs.
yeah. It's funky color, but
I like it.
Yeah.
It looks sick on your truck.
yeah, dude, it looks pretty.
He
cool.
showed up, right? And I have one of those carts that we use, those HVAC carts,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
the extra wide one.
Yeah.
The double wide.
Double wide.
double.
So yeah, we laid out everything. Made
I know
sure
this
everything
is
is
like,
good.
wait. We need to let everything. Don't take them on, bro. No. Just leave it in the box, like all organized. I'm like, bro, I've never seen this dude this organized with
Yeah.
with stuff, man. You know.
I didn't want to take it apart and then put everything back.
Oh, yeah. I know
So-
what you mean.
So yeah, man, we got started. We started with the rear,
Oh,
right?
Did you think I was gonna make you do all the work while I just sat there and watched you?
No, dude, and you know what? Even if you did, dude, it's like you had your house. I would, like I said, I wouldn't mind. I
Yeah.
do my own work, so it's
Yeah.
not even the issue. I didn't think anything, bro. I was just like, fuck it, well, whatever, bro. You lend me your house, I got the tools, whatever.
Yeah.
And nah, man, this guy got two. He's like, oh yeah, we just gotta
Jumped
do
in.
this. Like, cool. The bam, be on it. So he was basically, you could tell, just experience, bro. Like he's been lifting, so he didn't let me down this time.
Okay.
You're talking about like maybe close to 30 years ago, I was let down, and there was this look of disappointment.
Oh,
on my
I remember
face.
that lowering.
Not this time, dude. He made up for it.
Oh,
dude.
yeah.
All right, and
It's just years of experience.
Gabe and Nico were there to
Well,
witness that.
Gabe
that
wasn't there yet,
accomplishment.
dude.
Oh.
Nico,
No, but overall,
Gabe showed up 2
Nico
hours
was like,
later.
all right.
Nico's a G, bro.
He just got down on his knees
Oh, yeah.
and he
bro.
just
spit in his hands,
took the tire off.
rubbed them, and boom.
So
Oh,
he brought
shit.
some impact stuff. So I'm
Yeah.
like, all right, I'll work on this side. You guys work
Yep.
on that side.
Yeah.
I had the shock, the leaf springs all off, and they were still
We're
working on
still
their
working
side.
on my side, yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, bro. Like that. I'm telling you, this guy's organized. Again, the
Yeah.
experience, bro. We took that off, the first leaf springs, and then we had to figure out, wait, which one's the left side, which one's the right side. They were marked, but still, we had to look for some reason. I don't know. And then we figured out it's the one with I think the little curved lip goes in the back.
It went in the front.
In the front, one of
Yeah,
them.
curved around the.
We could look at it
yeah.
right now, but yeah, one of them we figured out. Okay, cool. And yeah, man, it started with one leaf spring, then moved to the next one.
Well, we had to put the bushings in the leaf
Oh
springs.
yeah, my bad,
and
my
then-
bad.
Yeah,
Yeah, the bushings, dude. They were easy to put in.
yeah.
They're gonna be like hard because I've heard like, oh, maybe you need like a tool.
Yeah.
No, so we
Really?
put the first one in. I'm like, hey, you want to spray with lithium grease? I have lithium
Oh,
grease.
yeah.
And then we took them apart and then sprayed them and put them back together.
It was that first one.
Well, you're supposed to, right? Or
Yeah,
start
it's supposed
squeaking.
to stop from
Squeaking.
squeaking hard. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I was like, all right, let's just do it. Did that, man? Was there anything that got stuck or?
Yeah, the shocks. So one shock fully extended. The other one wasn't. And I think it was the way it was set because there's a cover, is like a plastic
The new
dust
shock
cover.
or the
Yeah,
the
brand
new
new
shock.
yeah.
brand new shot.
Yeah, we had because one we got in, the other one wasn't going in, so we took the other one off to look at them, and it turned out something. What was it?
It was a stop, the bump stop. There was a little stop.
Oh yeah,
inside
there's an internal stop, and it wasn't pushed all the way.
yeah, we had to pull
down,
the actual piston or the rod right
All the way up.
and he pushed it down some more. He like grabbed it with this hand, went like this, tugged on it, and then got it down. And put the shock body back
Pretty
on,
good
dude.
demonstration.
And no, man, figure out. And weren't they easy to compress? Right? It wasn't.
Oh
difficult
yeah,
to
so these
compress it.
things you compress them
Yeah.
and they don't pop back out by themselves. You have to pull them out.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
because they're not pressurized,
yeah.
which makes the installation easy.
Easy.
Yeah, way easier, dude.
Yeah, because then you're like,
Oh yeah,
and then try to
literally
get it
to
there.
extend them and put them. Oh, the one
Yeah.
thing we found out, and I told you guys, was when you install the shock, the sticker that says Ironman, he's like,
Yeah.
oh, why don't you put this on the outside? I told him I don't think it goes on the outside. Like for this one specifically, I remember seeing the
Goes
videos
on
like
the
it has to
inside?
face inside.
Really?
It's because they
The eye hole's offset.
yeah, it's offset, so it just makes sense. So you
Oh.
have to flip it.
Yeah.
Like, okay,
Okay. The mounting hole.
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
So the Ironman stickers on the
'Cause those things-
shocks are on the inside.
those things are like 3
Bro, they're
inches
thick,
thick.
bro. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
thick.
So they was like right up against the
Yeah.
bracket, the lower bracket.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
shit.
Yeah.
So we did that, and I mean, dude, the back was done pretty quick, right?
When'd you show up, Gabe?
I showed up once you guys got the springs in because I thought I was a little bit fashionably late.
He got
I thought by the time I got there, you take one spring out. Of
You guys would have been done by now.
yeah, we're pretty much done, bro.
That's-
I'm like, oh shit.
That's when you called and said, "Hey, I'm stopping at the store. You want something?" I'm like, "I'll
Yeah.
get a Red Bull." He's like, "The other guys want something?" I asked them. They said no, and then he shows up and Billie G's like, "Oh, where's my drink?"
Hey, I want.
I would have got
I want a Red
Coke
Bull.
Zero.
I would have got a Coke Zero. I didn't think. He said,
I didn't think
Yeah.
you were asking
I
everybody.
think you're asking that. You said if I want a Red Bull.
Yeah.
I thought you had specifically Red Bulls at home, but that makes sense. So we did that. We did the U-bolts. Made sure they were even. Torqued it all down. We did a whole check. Again, like literally all three of us were like, all right, check. We torqued this. Good. Check. 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 Boom. The back was stink bug. I think that's when you were right? When the back was stink bugged already?
When I arrived, the springs were
So-
already done. You're putting in the shocks. And we
For the
connected-
for the rear?
yeah, for the
Okay, cool. Well,
So the
there we
back,
go.
the back was done first.
Nah, yeah, that goes done first.
Okay.
You said back it up, done. We lowered it. And you're talking about this was maybe an hour now?
I'll say it was
Something like
probably
that?
within an hour because
Yeah, it was about an hour, dude.
started at 10. I got there probably like 10:50ish.
I think we started a little later, dude.
Dude, we started at 10:30.
Yeah,
The whole project.
10:30.
Oh, really?
Yeah, something like that.
Maybe
Damn.
11.
I thought you got closer
fast.
to 11. Yeah.
I got
So-
there and the springs were already in. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, dude, the leaf springs. And so we did that, tying everything down, torque, and then what do we have? We don't have to extend anything for like the brake lines. You know, I think you were thinking
no,
that
we
had to, but
we bent the brackets a little bit.
we had to bend them a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we
just so
bent
they
them
could
down.
extend. But yeah, other than that, man, pretty seamless. You know, maybe if it was one person who didn't have
Oh, yeah.
experience,
I mean,
it would have been a lot bit
dude,
longer.
when it's like,
Even the team, because
Yeah.
there was like the little nuances that he knew, like the bump stop. I wouldn't have known the bump stop, bro. I didn't even think about that. Fitting in the freaking leaf springs, like, you know.
Oh, they were heavy
maneuvering
too.
them.
So the factory one, the OEM, was light. I took it out. Oh, and they were
many-
pre-bent.
how many,
Oh yeah.
They were so used. They were W.
really?
Yeah.
Bro.
wow.
So I pulled them out while they were working the other side. I'm like, oh, okay. And then the new ones, I was like, oh,
Well,
shit, dude, they
the
were
new
heavy.
ones are more, right?
Yeah, more leaves.
Or more leaves.
Yeah.
They were. It took two of us to put them on.
More metal.
Yeah.
Beefy, bro. But pretty simple, dude. Straightforward. Bolted down the rear end. Put the wheels back on. Nico made sure to torque all the lug nuts correctly.
Yeah.
Turn the truck around forward. Same thing. Wheels popped off the.
That's when Gabe got into it.
Yeah, got into it.
At the end. Thanks,
Yeah,
Gabe.
he put on his gloves all the way to his elbows. I don't know
yeah.
why he brought those.
Like, what's going on? Those are weird gloves.
How did we pop out the
Those are weird gloves.
the upper control arm? Was it the
Oh.
tool? Yeah, right. Yeah, the tool, the one that just popped it off, or
The upper control arm?
yeah.
No, we just unbolted it.
Is that it? No. Because you had to pop off the ball joint.
yeah.
from
I have
the-
a ball press
Yeah,
Okay.
there.
removal tool.
So
So
that's what it was. Because yeah, he popped them off, and then after that, the driver's side,
the
he got done pretty quick.
actually the instructions wanted us to remove the lower ball joint.
Yeah.
We didn't do that shit
No.
No, dude,
Why
that
did
would have
you-
been an extra waste
why,
of time,
why did
dude.
you guys have to remove it, or why did
because so he can get into it and
Bro, there was plenty of room with the
Yeah.
with just the removing the top. I swear, it
Yeah.
was so easy.
Huh.
The driver's side was easy. You could say
Yeah.
the bolt slide out. Passenger side, it's a different story. The bolt wouldn't slide out.
the upper control arm
The upper
bolt.
control bolt.
Oh, so
Well,
they like-
the driver's side didn't. We had to bend it a little bit too.
because the way
okay.
it came out.
Well,
Yeah.
passenger side, I'm not sure why bending it was way more difficult, dude.
Uh-huh.
That was probably one of the. So that was another pain point. But again, I already knew that we had to bend some of it, so it wasn't a
Yeah.
big issue. But it was hard. Like I
The
think that
bolt,
was what.
you had to bend it to take it out.
Not the bolt.
No.
Oh.
I had
the
to bend the body of the truck inside the fender well.
the fender well.
Oh, okay,
right?
got you,
So
got you.
like this was a lower control arm bolt.
Yeah.
The body was like this. Let me show the viewers like this. So
Okay.
we had to bend it out this way to get the bolt out.
Oh, got
But
it.
passenger side, it was so tight. I had to get like a screwdriver and just tap, scrape it. So it scrape. And finally, I
come
forget
out.
after how many whacks. Dude, we all tried.
Oh,
We all
really?
tried. Yeah, we were all trying, bro. And
Yeah.
finally got out.
That thing
Oh,
that was the
cool.
longest part for
That
us.
was the longest part, man. Longest hiccup. Putting it back in was easy though, right? We just hammered.
yeah, we
It was
just
easy.
hammered that bitch in.
Yeah. Put
Nice.
it back in. The shocks dropped in fairly easily, believe it or not. It's like, oh shoot, cool. Dropped in.
Yeah, they were already assembled,
Yeah.
so it's only
Pre-assembled.
3
Yeah.
bolts up on top, 1 bolt on bottom.
Bottom and-
yeah, it just went.
Yep.
Oh,
Just
that's
didn't
why.
lift it.
That's why they wanted us to take the lower control arm ball joint off,
Yeah.
so that it can drop down and the shock can go up easy,
Yeah.
and then you
But
bolt it
bro,
all up.
We just pressed
We're
down.
like-
I think Gabe stepped on it a little bit.
And
Yeah.
it popped
Oh, yeah,
in.
we just stepped
Perfect,
on
bro.
the hub.
Yeah.
Did
that
you have to
underneath?
adjust the coils to where you
No.
wanted it?
There, everything was preset. It was
Oh,
perfect,
nice.
bro. I swear. Even no freaking weird thing. It was like they know they must know their stuff the way they're sending.
So
it.
they send it out already set.
already
Yeah.
set up
Certain
everything,
height,
bro. So it's
and
pretty.
then you
tough.
adjust as you want.
Yep. We had to figure out how to put on the sway bar relocation.
Oh,
There
and-
was no clear
So it's like a
indication.
spacer.
well, that's where it came. Remember,
Drops it lower,
we
maybe?
said he said they had to re-drill it, and they sent me a new one. So we looked at them. One was anodized black, and the other one was just billet aluminum.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like, well,
Steel.
was it still?
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, well, it has to be this one because they took the time to anodize it, and this one isn't. And we looked at it, and they were countersunked.
Yeah.
So the Allen wrenches that came with it, or Allen heads,
Oh.
had to sink inside.
Yeah.
So I'm like, let's try these. We put them on, and
100%
sure enough,
had to be a countersunk.
yeah, and
100%.
the
Fit
sway
perfect.
bar went right over those bolts, so they had to be countersunk.
Got you.
So did that. And yeah, what was after that? It wasn't, dude. It was pretty fairly easy. Actually, the other little thing that another hiccup that I didn't know was where the brake line, the upper control arms have a little bolt. hole, but the bolt was too big.
Yeah.
for the hole. So
For a complete kit, they did not include 2 bolts, so you couldn't use the OEM bolt.
they included the bolts. It's just they were too
Really?
big to
They were
insert the hole. So
thicker?
we had to drill it out a little bit with the.
Oh.
I forgot what it was.
The die grinder?
The bracket had to be drilled out.
Oh, okay. Got
bracket had to be drilled
So
up.
he got amazed because he's never seen
I've
Unibit.
seen it. I haven't
Oh.
seen it in use.
At
Like
work.
I haven't used
Yeah.
it personally. So I was like, oh.
So
dude,
I got the
pretty dope.
Unibit,
Yeah.
and he's like, "What?" And zipped it through real quick, just a little bit.
Mind
And
blown.
he's like, "Oh,
Pro tip, bro. That I mean, I didn't even think about it. I would have done it by hand, bro. Like literally, you get
But
pliers and fucking drill it
Yeah, Unibit is used for certain applications.
to expand the hole,
It's-
right?
Yeah, but it's used to a certain thickness. You can't use it on a solid block of
Yeah.
metal.
No, yeah. It was a
Because
thin
it's-
thing. Yeah,
If
it's like a
if
sheet
you
metal.
do, you're never gonna get all the way through.
Yeah,
Or deep enough. You have to do both sides.
yeah."
it was a
So-
little sheet metal, like so.
So
it was
in the
quick.
trade, it's used for sheet metal.
yeah, it was. That's pretty
Yeah.
much what it was.
And to a certain gauge.
And so did it, dude, real quick. I was like, oh, cool. Let me use it. Pliers. He said, make sure you use the pliers. Zzz. Cool,
Nice.
bro. Everything you had to bend it out a little bit still, but bolt it in. Put the wheels back on, man. Everything check. All now it was 4 of us. All right, we torque this, bam, bam, bam.
Yeah.
The thing I was telling him, man, I think I might have stripped out one of the nuts from the top of the shock tower because I like pulled, and it's like it got loose. I'm like, fuck it, there's still 2 more. But no, I felt it, dude. I rounded out the nut a little bit, so I'm like, okay, whatever, dude. It is what it is.
At what time was it?
Bro, it was like 1.
And you guys are done?
Yeah, done.
So like 3-4 hours?
About 3-hour job, bro.
Wow.
3 hours,
That's not bad.
So it started 10:30, 11:30.
Close to 11, man. I feel it was like close to 11 when we started.
Did you guys go through it and tighten everything?
I think we finished like at 12:30. Everything was done.
It was close to 1, bro. Oh, yeah, because then we had to do his car. You're right. We had to work on his car.
And his took longer.
His took longer for some reason.
What'd you guys do?
Oh, what the fuck?
Adjust the coilovers?
Nah, man.
We had to replace a lower control arm on the 300Z. And what took so long was we had to disconnect the lower ball joint, right?
Oh, yeah.
And he has a effed up ball joint. The original bolt wouldn't go down. Like the ball joint was so effed that the bolt would bottom out.
Yeah.
The castle nut would bottom out.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't go all the way in.
So it was all worn out.
But
we couldn't put the
lock, the pin?
the cotter pin.
Cotter
through.
pin.
But check this out. My lift had to have happened that day for Gabe's cars
To drive home.
to drive home. Why?
Why?
We used a castle nut from my old system, my old setup,
Yeah.
and the freaking cotter pin.
Oh,
Because
shit.
it had just a deeper groove on the castle nut.
The Z
the
is
Z.
now part
It's not
Toyota.
part Toyota,
Really?
bro. My truck inseminated your fair.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
all
Taco. Inseminated. So yeah,
That's
man.
funny.
We have a little hybrid Z over here. And again, dude, it had to happen because,
It was
bro,
meant to be.
it was meant to be. It had to.
It was meant to be.
So finally we got that. Went to the taco shop. Dude, I told you guys, man, what do you guys want to eat, man? Eat whatever. I don't care. Steaks, shogun, whatever. Let's go to the taco shop. I'm like, for real? Ma. Yes, anything, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
dude, I appreciate, dude. We
They're like,
fucking,
not taco shop.
yeah, dude, you guys fucking save me fucking weeks and thousands,
Yeah,
whatever. Let's
yeah.
go eat whatever. It's a taco shop, bro. I'm like, all right, that's fine, man.
Cool.
I mean, whatever. I want to do something nice. Like,
God.
let's go eat something.
Hey,
He
That
even
was-
told you guys,
hey.
wear something cute.
That was nice. I wore a tie to it. A bow
And then
tie.
you use the tie to
It
clean
was
your
salsa,
mouth.
bro, just dripping
Yeah.
on the shirt.
It's like this.
And you're like, oh, shit, walk.
But dude, that was pretty much it. Driving home, I was like, man, dude, that's
How do you drive? Yeah.
bro. It feels great. It feels like it. First, it doesn't feel like it's not aligned, but I need to get in alignment. That's 100%.
Well, you just got the tires, so.
Well, we'll get into that a little bit later.
Oh, did I spoil it?
I think
Oh,
so.
You got tires?
So-
What?
Well, yeah. How else am I gonna drive home? So no, man. It feels more in control, less roll. I was actually thinking I want to take off the
Sway bar?
just to see how.
For that.
Articulation.
For more
Well,
articulation.
not just articulation, dude, but I feel like that suspension is stiff enough to where it'll.
I rolled around without my sway bar for a
I
long
remember,
time.
bro. That shit looks
Yeah.
scary, bro. It looked pretty.
You're like that
pretty-
guy that 3 wheels.
Yeah.
I was like,
Well,
bro, this is gonna roll over.
My rear sway bar was off too.
Dude, you look like
So-
you're gonna roll over. I don't have a rear sway bar, so
Oh, yeah. You got leaf springs.
yeah. But don't some trucks with leaf springs have sway bars?
I don't know. I've never
I think
seen
so,
it.
some like the American trucks.
Yeah, they do.
Some do?
The Tundras.
Oh.
Yeah, some of them do. Well,
The heavy-duty trucks.
yeah, the heavy duty ones.
Yeah?
The Tundras have.
But- I want to take it off just to see because it
Sway bars.
really feels like in
Yeah.
control. I was like, dude, this feels a lot stiffer than the stock suspension,
yeah.
but it soaks up the shocks, the bumps, really well, dude. I was like, oh man, pretty surprised.
Nice.
So we'll see, man. For the Mojave Trail, for sure, I
Next year.
shouldn't be falling back too much. I can at
Yeah.
least keep up or
So, yeah. Let's go to Mojave Trail tomorrow and test it.
yeah, right. I actually want to do a tight truck trail, so I want to do like a shakedown run.
Wait, didn't we want to do a run?
Yeah, you said you wanted to test out the
Yeah, I
Land
wanna
Cruiser.
test out the Land
so
Cruiser.
we're
Just
supposed
to
to
use
do
it.
Something local, right?
Yeah.
The old tight truck trail.
or Valley of the Moon.
Valley of the Moon maybe a little too far, too much for a shakedown run.
No, that's perfect.
Oh, yeah. Well, for me it would be because, you know what though? I need to test out the truck. I don't know how long it'll run.
I'm saying nearby, bro.
How far?
What's cheaper to
Well,
tell
it
if
dro-
something
it
happens?
drove down
Valley of the
from
Moon
Oregon.
or Old Tight Trail?
Yeah, that was like 2 years ago.
No, but
That truck hasn't been driven.
But think about that, bro. What would be cheaper and more
What?
easy accessible? Old Time Mountain Trail or Valley of the
Let's
Moon
do that.
Breakdown?
Let's do Otai like
As
on a Saturday.
Shakedown run.
Yeah.
It's just they closed off all the side shots, so it's just a dirt trail now.
Bro,
Oh, is it?
it's just
Yeah.
a shakedown run to make sure everything sits in.
You gotta shake down by like flipping that shit.
No.
Hey, here's
Now-
a question.
Yeah.
You guys probably didn't do it because I didn't hear you say it. Did you guys mark the bolts?
Bolts. For what?
Everything you put in like
When you
mark it?
torque it down, you mark it with paint.
I mean,
No, I didn't, but thanks for telling me that because then you can see if it moves.
yeah. That's one thing I'm gonna start doing.
You do a silicone.
You can buy
Yeah,
You do at
just a
Disney?
marker.
Not Disney at
no, they sell like special ink
It's a paint.
markers.
It's a
like
paint marker.
thing.
No,
Yeah.
okay. You guys haven't seen the rides at like Sesame Place, SeaWorld, all that? They put like a little silicone strip too.
Yeah.
So it actually holds it in place in case, but you'll see if it rips off, then you definitely need to
Oh,
do something.
like
It's not
paint?
just paint. It's not just paint. It's like a little bead of silicone.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well,
I've
the
seen
stuff
it.
they use in like the off-road trucks is just a paint.
I get it.
It's a
It could be a
paint
paint marker. Yeah, whatever. But I'm just saying, if you're thinking about silicone, it could hold it in place. So even if it moves,
gonna have to look
it kinda
that up
still
later.
kind of holds it in place. Find out what it is they use because I see these on anything that's heavy duty that's
Yeah.
really going through strenuous. They put like a silicone bead, and I've noticed it.
Yeah.
Like, go to any amusement park, anywhere, like even like the
Okay.
tractors,
Yeah,
things like
we
that.
gotta look that up.
You'll see a silicone bead. So I was thinking about like, man, that makes sense. But I like
Well, it's a.
A marker's
I mean,
a quick one.
a mark on a bolt is just good because
yeah. No, yeah, it'll tell you this thing untorqued and didn't.
Yeah, like my Raptor, there's something loose in the back.
So I
in
should
the
probably
rear
do that before the
suspension.
Check your
It's-
U-bolts.
It's like really bad now.
I
Like
have to do that
after
before the shakedown. Run.
Yeah, check the U-bolts because I know my F-250 used to get loose all the time
Yeah.
off-roading.
Get
We gotta
loose with
check
it.
it.
You know what? We didn't Loctite. That's probably one thing we should always do. Loctite some of
Yeah.
like that.
suspension, yeah.
100%.
Red.
Didn't think about that. It could be blue, dude.
Yeah, you're fine, dude.
You sure?
You're good.
I mean,
Robbie-
the factory
Robbie
stuff
says
didn't
you're
have
fine.
it. So
Only trust Robbie half of the time.
yeah, it's all good.
You're good, bro. You're
Yeah.
good.
Cut corner, Robbie. He didn't cut
Good
corners this time
corners.
though, bro.
Oh, he didn't.
Nah,
Yeah.
man, no.
Well,
Cut.
he's
Cool.
being watched by three sets of eyes, so
So
he's being watched.
So suspension, dude, drove it home.
you drove it home.
Felt higher.
suspension.
I was like, holy smokes! Now I felt like my wife must have felt like when she was jumping off my car.
Mhm.
She's like, man, your truck feels so high. I'm like, what? You're like 3 inches shorter than me, bro. Now my truck's 3 inches.
so was that
higher.
like 5 foot?
She's 5'2".
Damn. Damn.
5'2", bro. So,
Obviously, he's got jokes today.
hey, bro,
Sometimes.
it's all good, man.
Fucking
Sometimes.
Sasquatch jokes.
But yeah, dude, it feels weird just hopping off the truck, like being that high and stiff. But it's cool, man. I really enjoyed it. Now I can't wait to test it out. I don't want to go crazy because I'm not the type that's gonna dog
Yeah.
the shit out of my car. But
Not yet.
at least I know. Nah, I won't. That's just not me, dude.
You're not RobbyC.
No, definitely not RobbyC.
Yeah.
Definitely not
I
RobbyC.
don't think any of us is.
I want my stuff to last, but I still want to enjoy it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
RobbyC goes out to break shit and replace it.
it does, bro.
No,
I
I
think
know,
his goal
dude.
is like,
I,
man.
I
I want
like
to
my
break it and find out what I can get.
Yeah.
What
I
I
like-
can upgrade it with.
I like my things to last.
But
Sure.
I like to
That's
get
what
out
gets
there
us
and
to-
get home.
yeah, that's pretty much what I want to
Yeah.
do. But no, still. So I want to do a shakedown run. Valley of the Moon, I'm cool. Maybe even Ocotillo or Superstar, somewhere where there's a little bit of, varied
Ocotillo.
terrain. But I've never been on Valley of the Moon. But you were telling me that there's like this place that I probably should get sliders. So that's the
There's only one section where it really articulates,
Okay.
and a few guys came, and they didn't have.
Or there's two parts. There's two parts.
didn't have
There's one part
sliders.
where you don't have to worry about that, and one part you do. So
Yeah,
Sliders are
if I
always
go,
good to
bro,
have.
just take me down the part that I don't have to worry about that shit.
Yeah.
Sliders are good to have regardless.
yeah, it was definitely a good.
So wait,
Investment.
backtrack.
Oh,
So that's when I find out I don't even have a little plastic skid plate for my gas tank when we're doing the lift,
Oh,
bro.
really?
And it's a plastic tank,
Yeah.
so it's not even metal. I'm like, what the?
yeah, it's just two straps holding it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. So I was looking at a
Metal
gas
with
tank
plastic
skid
straps.
plate, dude. It's like
Yeah.
close to $400.
Oh, fuck.
Because I have to get these special brackets, which are like 100 and something, and the
So
skid plate.
there's
itself
no
like
other
200.
brand that makes them, or?
Bro, look them up, man. If you can find one that's cheap, it's cool.
Yeah.
But they can sell you skid plate, but I also need to get some special brackets to mount it on my specific model.
Oh,
It's not the TRD Pro, which comes with it.
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah, dude.
so you have to get specifically for TRD Sport.
What if you just make
Not
your own?
specifically. I have to get some special brackets. Then I can get the plate. So if I get the plate,
what if you
it's
make
like
your
200
own?
something bucks.
I mean, it's just a skid plate mounted to something else on the bottom.
What?
And why don't we just weld it to the
They
frame?
are definitely not. Yeah, that's the one thing I want to avoid, man. Welding
Why don't you just weld it to the gas tank?
to the gas
There you go.
Plastic. I got the plastic welder.
There
Bro, I
you
was so disappointed. I was
Super
like,
glue it.
man. But I haven't had an issue. I didn't have an issue when we went to Mojave, and I was bottoming out.
Yeah.
Thank goodness I had the wheels I did. Those
Mm-hmm.
were, I think they were 30. I think they're considered 32s or 31 and
Mm-hmm.
a halves. One of those. I forget what size they're considered. But yeah, man, those tires were good. I remember when I was over there, I'm, oh man, this truck's actually doing pretty well. It didn't. I mean, I guess everyone's car did well. I don't think anyone had any issues, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But mine was like stock height.
I hear you.
And I was like,
yeah.
cool, man. So
Yours
I'm
was
excited.
pretty much stock.
I'm excited, dude. You guys probably see some pictures. I'm not sure if you guys took.
Oh
pictures
wait,
of
Gabe
it,
was
but-
stock. That's right.
I think our producer,
Mine had issues last year. I didn't have one.
our producer is waving us on time right now.
Oh, word.
Well, he's cutting.
Were
us
you
out.
waiting? Did you say this? Oh no! See, I told you, bro. You tripping?
He was doing the sign.
Which one?
Panic sign. Hey,
Yeah,
gotta
dude.
go.
That was what, Team America?
Yeah.
He's make the sign if you're in trouble. Ah.
Yeah, dude, oh man, that movie was so wrong, dude, but so funny in so many ways.
Yeah.
You can't
like-
get away within this generation.
Oh no, bro,
That's
it
funny.
was so wrong, but so funny. There were so many funny things about that one.
Fuck yeah.
I don't know why I died when he was just he couldn't stop puking.
Oh yeah.
You know
yeah.
what? Actually, that happened to me just a few weeks ago, bro. Just like that movie, I could not stop
Like,
puking. Did I tell you guys?
Oh yeah, you were telling
Bro.
me about that.
So Jericho, you don't know.
Interesting.
So I'm gonna use code because maybe I'm not sure my daughter will ever hear this. Well, if she does by the time she'll be older. But so we're gonna take my daughter to Disneyland.
Yeah.
Was that the code right there?
Yeah, what's the code? No, I don't have to use the code. I'm thinking about wait, she's not gonna go on her radio right now. She hears this gonna be years later, so she'll know. So I asked for PTO for the whole week.
Yeah.
Work. Plan was drive up on Monday night, spend the night. Tuesday morning,
Go to
happiest
Disney.
place on earth. She
Yeah.
had no clue, bro.
Yeah, it was a
So where are we
surprise.
driving?
That's
We're gonna go
awesome.
get some car parts, baby, in LA. Oh, okay. Go, dude. We show up. We literally parked across the street at a little hotel
Yeah.
across the street.
She didn't-
Clueless still. We
yeah,
kept her distracted.
That's awesome.
We get off. We're like, you know what? It's like 9 something. Let's go get something to eat. No, let's go to Denny's. Our daughter's like, no, I want to go to IHOP. I'm like, we walk to IHOP. I'm like, damn, this IHOP's like dead. I go, I don't think we should eat here. That's probably not a
Yeah.
good sign. I swear I said this, man.
Oh,
We sat down,
he
dude.
jinxed it.
Ordered the food. I got an omelet, bro, at fucking, it was probably at like 10 something at night.
Yeah.
Omelet, steak omelet.
You can do that,
It was a
right?
poblano,
Yeah.
right? It was
Not
poblano.
illegal.
It was poblano. It was like
Oh,
steak,
yeah, that was good.
Daniels, it
They-
bombed,
Yeah.
dude. With
They put that mayo chipotle sauce on.
I don't know what they put. It was bomb, dude. Right? It was
Yeah.
good. Go back to the room, get ready for bed. All cool. Baby girl doesn't even have a clue. She's able to sleep because we didn't
Yeah.
tell her. Woke up at 3 a.m, bro, feeling nauseous.
Oh no.
I never feel nauseous, dude. If I eat food that makes me feel like crap,
Yeah.
maybe I can get the runs, but I
Yeah.
won't throw up at all, bro. Like my stomach will not let me throw up.
Yeah.
It's just that's how I'm built. Not this time, dude. Woke up feeling nauseous,
You got food poisoning.
bro. I started puking. Like I puked so much, man. It was like the Team America just. I'm like, bro. I'm like, okay, done. I get back up, go back to bed. I swear, as soon as I sat down, back to the bathroom. I'm like, dude, it was crazy. I had to drink water because there was like a piece of food. I don't know if it was like mushrooms or whatever from the meat from the omelet, bro.
Yeah.
It was stuck. So I'm like, fuck, I gotta drink some water. So I drank
Oh.
water.
Damn.
Just sat there, dude. Runs. I had to get the trash can from the dirty ass trash can.
Oh.
Just like horrible,
Oh, dude.
Horrible, dude. So I don't know what time it was. Maybe like almost 5 something. I felt like crap. I had no more energy. Just done. And I told my wife, just give me some. Let me rest. I'll take some Pepto. I took some Pepto. I go, we'll still go. I want to thug it out for my daughter. I want her to have a good time.
Yeah.
She deserves it. Nah, dude, I couldn't, man. It was like 7 something. I was starting to have trouble breathing, tired.
Yeah.
I could barely throw up. Wife saw, we can't. We gotta call it. So, she went downstairs, check out, and I guess the guys at the hotel said, "Hey, don't take him to urgent care here. Like, it's always super crowded. It's bad. Don't go in those."
Oh wow.
Yeah, just whatever you do, go, out of this area. Maybe go to, if you're going to go to LA, just go further where it's not here because this is always crowded. She told me, I was like, yeah, let's just drive home. I'd rather be at home and I'll sleep it off, whatever. No, dude. As soon as we're getting home, she could just see me deteriorating. Like, dude, she's never seen me that way. I puked so much. I was so dehydrated. I went to urgent care.
Shit.
Yeah, they had to give me 2 IV bags. Like, not the one. They said, all right, you're still dehydrated. We need to give you another one.
Wow.
Another one. Did blood work. Did, chest x-ray because I was having trouble breathing. What's odd is once I got fluids, I was able to breathe again. And the doctor was telling me something because the dehydration, my red blood cells were not. I don't know if they were combining. The way she put it, she explained that they got. Yeah, I guess they combined. So my oxygen was reading higher, but I wasn't getting that much oxygen. I was actually getting less oxygen, which is why I was tired, and the dehydration is what caused it.
Yeah.
Once I got hydrated, dude, I was talking normal. I was like, oh my God, world of difference. Like, yeah, I still feel like crap, stomach cramping, whatever, but dude, I'll take it. They had poked my arm, couldn't find the vein because I was so dehydrated.
Yeah.
Shit got all black, like real crazy, looked like a meth addict or heroin addict. But yeah, man, the plan was to do that, then go to Ensenada, do all kinds of, nah, bro, just at home. The runs, everything.
That sucks.
I thought it was food poisoning. That's what I told a doctor. She was like, "Oh, you know, maybe it could be diverticulitis, something." I was like, "I don't know, man. This is not normal for me. Like, trust me, I feel like someone
was
got
it
me
food
sick.
poisoning?
I thought it was.
Well, it had to be, right?
Turns out, no, it wasn't. Stomach flu. Because then the next day or 2 days after, daughter was eating, just chilling. She's like, my stomach hurts.
You got it.
Puke, bro. Diarrhea.
Oh man.
Took her to urgent care. They give her the puke medicine. She had diarrhea for like almost a week and a half, man.
Oh, shit.
Longer than I did.
Damn, that's a long time.
Wife got sick. The baby,
Oh, that's
3-month-old, bro, diarrhea. He picked up a few times.
Yeah.
He was cool, but then just diarrhea.
Everybody got it.
Damn.
Everybody got it, bro. So that was my vacation. Ruined. Completely, dude, sick. I called out work on Monday.
Yeah.
Still feeling, off, sick, but then worked the rest of the week pretty much. And I was okay by that. But
sucks.
baby girl was still sick. She was on
Yeah.
her whole spring break. Diarrhea and puking, dude, basically. 2
That
weeks.
sucks.
Yeah, man.
That sucks.
So that's what happened, man.
Wow. And with that note, we're gonna puke our way out.
All right.
Join us next week. Thanks.
For sure.
Later.